I'm Harley Pasternak, and I am a celebrity and fitness trainer, and I've been doing that for about 27 years. I'm also the global fitness advisor to the Four Seasons Hotels, and I've had the pleasure to be able to design some of the most exciting fitness centers in the world. When I'm designing a facility, flooring is where I start. Flooring tells a whole story that has kind of been neglected in the past. People think about what machines to put in there. Well, before you even think about what machines to put in there, the question is, what flooring do you put and where? Different flooring tells different stories. Starting with outside right here, if you take a look at the product that I'm sitting on, this has transformed the way that we interact with our clients. A lot of our training ends up going outside. This court not only absorbs a lot of the sound that we might create when we bounce a ball, but also a lot of the shock to our joints. So as someone like me who's an old athlete, beat up knees and back, I'm able to come out here and play basketball and do some plyometrics that I might not otherwise have been able to do when I had a concrete surface here. So this really tells a great story. Also, the ability to brand it and put lines in allow us to play different sports, different games, and have different forms of physical activity. So this is sort of what I consider the center of our compound here. We also have turf throughout the property, and turf for me does a few things. It can bring an element of nature in, sometimes to an indoor property or an outdoor property, depending on the color. It brings a story of friction training, whether you be using slides or a sled. The ability to actually use the interactive surface of the floor to add a new form of resistance when you're exercising is completely amazing, especially when you're trying to challenge people and give them a new experience every time they show up. When we go inside of the gym, we use a couple different surfaces aside from just the turf. We will use a surface that looks like a hardwood, and it's a vinyl cover, and it looks like the most beautiful hardwood floor you've ever seen, but it's not wood. It's durable. We put cardio on top of that. We can do all kinds of resistance exercise on top of that. But when we go heavy resistance exercise with kettlebells and heavy weights, we tend to use more of a rubber floor. And a rubber floor does a number of things. It dampens sound, takes some of the impact to our joints. It's a lot safer if you trip and fall. And also we have different flux of color within that rubber floor to help hide dirt, footprints, and make it really ageless. So starting right here with the Evertop surface that really absorbs shock and sound, easier on your joints, and this becomes sort of the center of the gym. Then we have PlyoTurf, the ability to move with your clients using friction. The ground itself replaces the need for weights sometimes or machines because it acts as friction just by sliding back and forth using something like a slide or a sled. Moving inside the gym and using different surfaces as well tells a different story of function, safety, and interaction. So sometimes I'll put a strip of turf to separate a resistance training area to a cardio area. And not only does it visually separate the two, but it also gives the users an opportunity to interact with the flooring in a way that adds a whole new set of exercises. So there you have it, Flooring 101 done my way. It's really an essential part of the story of designing an effective fitness facility. Start with the floor and then pick your equipment.